almost said to you, tell me how the scene went, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
we're not alone.
I know, I almost, and I was like,
It has been for you.
crazy. First of all, we don't play. The internet don't play because those memes, I have been a buff basketball player, Maury, giving out DNA results, like the ether beat. I'm like, this is crazy, but I'm enjoying it. It's fun and funny because they keep me laughing.
It's really funny. I think, but one of the things that, you know, you and I talked about a lot this year was that Diana was going to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that sense of maturity as you're watching season 2 play back?
Oh my God, yes. Like the growth from season 1 up until now is like she has matured, she has elevated, she has gotten like a little bit more edgier, swaggier. Like I love Diana. She is using her voice for sure, clearly, because she set it off.
How was the experience of filming that scene for you?
Oh my God, it was so good. So I'm assuming we could say this. We shot it over 2 days.
Yeah, go ahead. No, tell them everything. It's totally fine. Totally fine.
So we shot it over 2 days. Shanna, love her. Like she was not playing. There was this one part, people don't know. Originally, when we did our coverage, Mary Monet, she was actually seated. So when they went to her coverage and she decided to like lunge, she told me that well, I found out later, but she told Woody, like, yeah, I'm going to lunge at her, da, 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 da. I had no idea. So when she jolted up and at me, let me tell you, I was really low-key nervous. I was like, whoa, I came back. I went towards my dad, like, save me. She threw the napkin and y'all didn't catch it like visually, but it went on my face and I was like trying to move it. It was the most fun. Like we literally fed off of each other. We were not playing. Every single person in that room brought it. Like the energy, it was literally the nuclear dinner. Like it's written in our arc, the nuclear dinner. Like it was the best. I love that scene.
It was really fun, and I was on sort of like feeding lines and stuff.
Feeding
and
us lines.
We did make a decision not to tell you about the lines.
Oh,
we thought
see?
you were gonna we thought you would have such a great
It.
reaction on camera, and you really did. It was fabulous.
That caught me so off guard. I loved it. I was like, yes. Like even Drew, him kicking the table trying to tell me to shut up. It just brought so much, like everybody with the ad-libs, like we just brought it and left it out like all on the floor. Like that scene was beautiful. Like it was beautiful. Beautiful.
I loved it. I have to say you guys killed it and brought it to a new level, as you always did. For some of the fans who don't know much about you before being on Ghost, can you tell them, oh, your dad's in the house. I just saw Alberto Colon.
Hello.
Hi. Tell us a little bit about how you got to be on Ghost.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, actually, my agent and managers, they actually sent me, I auditioned for Lauren and Diana. I put myself on tape for both. And I got the call back for Diana, and that's when I met you for the first time in the room. And I'm like, oh my God, because I don't know if everyone knows, but I've been a fan of Power since the beginning. Like I have a vision board. I told you, a vision board from 2017. In the middle is like all the acting stuff. It says Power and stars. Like I was not playing, and so this all manifested and came to life. But yeah, prior to this, I've just been hustling and trying my best to like, book stuff. But I'm so happy that this is what really, like, this is me. This is my role. Yeah.
Yes, and you are killing it every
Thank
single
you.
every single scene. Like, I'm so proud of you.
Ooh,
I feel very protective of you guys, but specifically you, because you're my Taurus sister.
Yes.
So and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so sort of just engaged in all that fan attention and love, because we know Alex gets a lot of attention all the time.
Yes.
Everyone is always on Effie. So let me ask you, because there's a lot of Diana versus Effie questions going on. Who do you think takes who in a fight?
Ooh, character. Let me see. So Effie, the thing about Effie, she has always shown that she is a badass. She don't play. She is edgy. She will do what she needs to do to get ahead. So, without being biased, maybe I'll say Effie based on what we've seen. But the type of household that Diana grew up in, I mean, she is Monet's daughter. And Monet don't take no shit either. So, I don't know. I don't know. It could be, it could go either way. It could go either way. Who do you say? Who would you say? Who would you say?
I think that if I were plotting it, if Effie and Diana got into a physical fight, I think Effie would win that fight, but Diana would walk away and plan very strategically how she was going to get back. And her get back would probably be more devastating. Like Effie will throw hands, but she would never, I don't think she would expect Diana to come back. Diana's get back would be like some crazy nonsense, I think.
She's strategic. That's why, that's for sure.
And I think one of the things about the dynamic between those two girls is that, yes, Diana is more sheltered, but she does have teachers. Effie's on her own and making her decisions and moving all on her own. So that makes her slightly different. Also, Effie, I think, at some point in the future may trust the wrong person, whereas Diana doesn't trust anybody.
Clearly. Okay. She's snooping through all of Monet's stuff, like, right.
Did you enjoy the sort of the couple scenes that we did with Alex where you guys got to be friends?
Oh my God. I thought that was so nice because I feel like before those episodes aired, everyone, like you said, ooh, Alex and Effie and Diana. So when they actually saw us come together, it was like, okay. And a lot of the women, they're like, okay, women empowerment. I thought that was really cool that we got to see two different sides of, Diana and Effie come together, and Effie schooling her and like telling her about the game, and Diana's like telling her like, hey, I admire that you can do both, because that's something that Diana feels that she can do as well. She's just not given the opportunity. But yeah, I thought that was really nice. And Alex is super dope. Like her energy in real life, she's everything. So
she is. She can't help not being a Taurus. I forgive her for that. But yes. She's
right. Exactly.
So I had a question for you about who do you think is the least like their character in real life? Because I have a like of all the cast, who's the least like their character in real life?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say Zeke Daniel, because people think, and all these damn memes and stuff about like Zeke and how he plays his character, but Daniel is intelligent AF. Like he's really smart, he's very strategic, and he thinks deeply. So like I would say right now off the top of my head, I would say Daniel. Zeke.
I was gonna say that exactly. I was gonna say Daniel is not like his character at all. And like all those memes are so mean. And the thing is, like, he's so smart and like funny and great. And so, yeah, I definitely say he's not like that. I would also say Woody doesn't have a mean bone in his body at all. Like, he is so vicious.
That is true. Oh, that's so true. Yeah, but you know what's so crazy? I feel like because he is a Taurus, we can switch that on. I mean, maybe not as bad as Kane per se, but if he wanted to, he could turn that side on probably. Where Taurus is,
We can't help it. It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's one other question I want to ask you. Oh, who do you think is most like their character?
Ooh, oh my, most like?
Yeah.
Dang. Oh, Gianni.
I was gonna say it's funny. Gianni, I don't know whether I sometimes don't know where Gianni ends and Brayden begins in a sense, because as he's been playing the part for so long since season 4 that I just now write for Gianni a little bit.
You can hear him,
I can hear him at how he's gonna play it, but Gianni himself is a very serious filmmaker and actor and writer. Like that part, I don't think Brayden is that serious about anything.
Right. That's true. But the way, how his comedic timing is in real life, it's it translates so well on screen. I'm those two are the same when it comes to their jokes and making fun of people. Like, he's hella funny.
It's true. And when we write a bad joke, Gianni makes it good. So that
See,
I have to
exactly.
give that to him. How did you feel when you read that Diana was going to go to bed with Tariq? How did you feel about it?
Ooh, I felt like it I felt like it worked because I do know in episode 4, I believe, when Effie was saying, like, you know, it needs to be, or I think Diana said it needs to be special and all of that. And I feel like some people probably felt like, oh, well, it's in a dorm room. How special is that? But at the end of the day, it's not about where for Diana. I believe it's the person. And out of her family, Tariq is the closest person to her. So that is something special to her. So I felt like it was a nice, like, step for her to take in growth, because losing your virginity could be a big thing, you know? So I think it worked well for her and her growth.
I think it will work well for her and her growth until such time as it doesn't work out the way she wants it to.
Exactly. Dot, 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 dot.